everyone, Jack here, and as you can see I'm doing something I wouldn't normally do, actually putting up a video. It's been, what, a year or something? I do plan on doing more film critic stuff, it's just right now I don't really have the time. So, this video here is about the Xbox One, my impressions with it, my likes, my dislikes, a bit of a comparison to the PS4, my midnight launch experience, and some other stuff. Now, I did consider doing a regular unboxing video, but I figured, everyone has done an unboxing video. If you don't know what's in the Day 1 edition, which is the one I have, there's tons of them to watch. I mean, I didn't want to do the same thing everyone else has done. So, if you want to see an unboxing video, go check one out. Some of them are pretty cool, and most of them are the same thing. That's why I didn't want to do it. But I'll start with my first impression, or at least my experience from picking up my console. I had a lot of time to kill. It was Thursday evening, so I invited my friend Andrea out to go to Yorkdale Mall. And the two of us hung out there at least until midnight because I had pre-ordered it at the EB there and just needed to kill some time. So around 11, maybe 10:30, we went down there and encountered the most ridiculously long line of 15 people. That's right. At my local GameStop/EB Games at Yorkdale Mall, the line was about 16 people, give or take. And, that's a great thing, but also kind of funny. And what I did here, because, I didn't go right up to it, we checked out the line for the Microsoft store about an hour before that, and there was a much longer line. According to other guys in the line, some security guards that we spoke to, there was actually about 170 people at the Windows store. And it's like, wow, why are they going there? They're getting keychains and bags and t-shirts. I'm like, oh, what do we get? Flyers. In fact, funny story, I'm not in line. I'm sitting off to the couch with my friend. And the guy comes along to the line and gives people, flyers and all this stuff and just bypasses me. I'm like, what the hell, dude? I'm sitting right here. I'm waiting for my Xbox One as well. So, okay, I'm going to get back to him in a minute. He certainly pissed me off a bit. But just waiting in line, talking with some of the guys, talking with my friend, and just getting really excited. So, finally, the big moment came, midnight came, and the same guy that ignored me for the flyers was actually standing at the desk with two consoles. Okay. I'm alright with them selling an employee Xbox Ones. If he wanted to buy 3 of them, that's his call. That's his choice. He wants to spend all that money. That's his. But why the fuck is he allowed to buy games before everyone else who's waiting in a goddamn line, who have been waiting in a line for hours? This is bullshit, okay? And if anyone at the Yorkdale Mall is watching this, that's bullshit. You should not allow an employee, on shift or off, to purchase these before other people. The fact is, he has his pre-order set, his consoles aren't going anywhere, and from my understanding, he was working at the damn time. I've worked in retail long enough to know that this is not acceptable. This is just ridiculous. Now, I could go on this for a long, long time, but I'm not going to. I just find it really unfair that people are standing in line for an hour, yet because he's an employee, he can get them like this. So in case you can't already tell, I am recording this with my Xbox One. I'm using the new Kinect, and I'll get into it a little bit later. I decided to try it this way just to see how things work and show some gameplay. Just kind of try it this way, see how things work out. I don't really have a camera. I have my phone, and that's about it. And, a phone for recording this type of stuff doesn't really help. So that's why the sound is a little less quality than I'd like it to be, but, it's not as bad as it could be. So I got my console home, connected it all up, and fired it up, and it wasn't going. And here's the funny thing. Wasn't the Xbox One's fault. The Xbox One is perfectly fine. It was my internet. My internet was not working, and I still am keeping an eye on it because it's been acting up a lot lately. And it updated it downloaded the update, no problems. Yet after that point, it couldn't install properly because there was like a piece of it missing. I don't know. So something like that. When the internet came back up, everything installed, everything worked fine, and now boot up is actually a little bit faster than the PS4. I will have a bit of a side-by-side comparison of that later in this video as well. Connected it all up, put the new Kinect where it is now, and connected my 360 through to the Xbox One. So now anytime that I'm not going to say it because it'll probably screw things up a little bit, but anytime I go to TV, then it will play the 360 through the Xbox One. So that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, there isn't any streaming yet, and that was my biggest disappointment. My major love feature about the PS4 is being able to share and stream immediately. You can start streaming your gameplay footage right off the bat, almost as soon as you get the machine out of the box. You still do have to update it, but its update went really, really quickly. So being able to not stream with the Xbox One right now does kind of suck, and I'm willing to bet that I won't be able to patch stream my TV connection, but, I'll wait and see. Now, I'll start with the new Kinect. It's actually leaps and bounds better than the original Kinect. The original Kinect had 3 sensors on it, a depth of field, a regular camera, and then one that would analyze shadows and depth and all that kind of stuff. This one has infrared and a camera, and that's about it. And as you can see, the quality of the camera is pretty good. It's not as advanced as, say, some HD recording out there or other cameras you can buy on the market, but for one that comes with the machine, it's good. It records in 1080p. I believe it records in 1080p. And the volume, the microphone's not bad. I would have liked a little bit better audio quality or being able to record with my headset through this application anyways. You can record voiceovers through the headset and get that much better, clearer audio. Now, I've only had a couple issues with voice commands, and that was one of my biggest complaints with the original Kinect, was it would recognize voice recognition as just wrong words, or if you're talking too much, there were so many issues. And then the other problem was how much room you needed to track to play a game. As you can see, my room is, relatively large, but I have to move this couch and just get everything set up to play a game. It's kind of ridiculous. Whereas yesterday I was playing Kinect Sports Rivals, the thing that they put out for free, and just sitting here. And I put my arms out like this and just was able to start playing the game, jumping over stuff, controlling really well. It was much tighter controls than normal, or at least I should say with older Kinect games. And what would have been nice is if they could have implemented these really tight controls into the older Kinect titles, but that's going back to the backwards compatibility issues, and, eventually maybe we'll see some of those up on the marketplace, but I don't want to have to go buy them again. But my all-time favorite new feature is being able to turn the Xbox on and the Xbox off with voice commands. And it also has a built-in IR blaster. Honestly, I had no clue what an IR blaster was until it asked me to set up my TV. And I went, yeah, I have a Sharp television, put that in the settings, and then I found out that if I said things like Xbox volume up or Xbox volume down, it would actually adjust the sound on my TV, and I went, oh, that's awesome. If only I could do it with the surround system. Turns out you can. I set it up, so I'm able to tell it what volume I want to turn the TV on and off, the surround system on and off. But if I say the off command to the Xbox, all 3 turn off. And if I say the on command, while it's in its standby state, all 3 come on. So I have one voice command, and it all works. And it all just comes on. And what's fantastic about this is it comes on so quickly.
Xbox on.
like the boot up time is so fast that I'm signed in and I'm playing before, like, long before the PS4 even boots up. And don't get me wrong, I love my PS4. It is a fantastic machine, and I'll get into a little bit more about it later, but the Xbox just boots up so much quicker. So the Kinect is a very nice add-on. I've seen the PlayStation camera, and I'm impressed how small it is. It's just a tiny little thing. But it doesn't seem to have the same capabilities that the Kinect 2.0 does. As far as the Kinect 2.0 is also concerned, what's really nice is it doesn't have that motor in it anymore. It has to adjust and look. The only thing that matters now is if it can see your floor, and that's it. If it can't see your floor, it's going to have some issues, but if it can see your floor, then everything's going to work fine. So as far as the controller is concerned, I got the Day 1 edition, which, as you may know, it has the little Day 1 2013 on it, and it also has a Chrome D-pad. So that's a nice little feature. There's a lot of stuff that they've added to this, and you probably know most of them, is there's vibration motors in the triggers, and now the battery compartment's flush with the back. It's a lot more comfortable to hold in the hand. I'd say it's a toss-up between the PlayStation 4's controller and this one as far as comfort. They're both very, very similar. But a couple other things that they didn't really get into is the analog sticks are smaller than they were for the 360, but they're also so fluid. Like, they just work and they move, and it's really nice. But since the Xbox Kinect now has the infrared in it, the controller also has infrared signals. So there's two built in here, and there's two built in here, and they're usually always blinking. You can kind of see them rapidly blinking. So the device knows where the controller is at any given time, kind of like the Move works. So I haven't had a chance to try it out yet because I haven't had anyone over to play. But apparently if I hand my controller off to someone else, then they know that, oh, this person's going to be playing, and it'll sign them in. What's also nice is controller or not, if I sit down on my couch, then it automatically says, oh, it's Jack, and logs me in, and that's it, and it's working. It's like, wow, that's pretty impressive. So between the really quick startup and the sign-in, it's fantastic.
SpaceMonkeyMafiaStudios.com